This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the lone running back. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, as most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help him out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. LSU quick to the line. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do, there he goes. He's at the, and the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Guys, let's take a second here to think about Texas A&M. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
He's got it. And they reacted well with the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. We've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here. And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on third down.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. With jet sweep pass. Crosses the 30. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the touchdown, Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. On the move, it's Stewart. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Calls his own number. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's reeled in, it's Anderson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Looking left. Wide open downfield. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opens up at the 23-yard line. The give to the back. Nice move there. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen in the last couple weeks.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the catch. It's Green. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And, man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The Tigers have this offense rolling. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. Off the play fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Durham. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
LSU 21, Texas A&M 0.
So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Trying play action. Looking for an open area to his left. He'll pull it down and run. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. When I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Dropping back, it's Jennings. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, I think they were really hoping they'd go in at halftime and get this guy settled down and find a rhythm for him. That has not been the case, though. We're here in the second half. He's just 1 for 7 throwing the football and throws another incompletion. You're really scratching your head now if you're the offensive coordinator, because you are digging deep into your playbook trying to find a completion for this guy.
That's caught. It's Concepcion. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hancock. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Rides to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Runs through a tackle. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that is why this defense is so good. They get after the quarterback and get him on the ground. That's their 3rd on the day, and they're number 1 in the country in sacks, and they have been a problem for every offense they've faced.
It's 4th and 15, but the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Got a man in the middle. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Look out, he's got room. Smashes through the tackle. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Motion from the back. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Hit as he throws. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Oh, The attempt is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He'll start this drive going to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Whitaker. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision, do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
Off the play fake. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on 4th down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent great field position.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Gets the back moving. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Durham. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. To the air on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The give from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the 2nd half. inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Whitaker. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Makes the grab. It's Hancock. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. The give on the option. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Using his legs, it's Stewart. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Texas A&M going up tempo. They'll try to drive ahead on 30 short. And he's going to go backwards, and they force a 4th down. What a play by this defensive front.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Quarterback keeper. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Defense might bring the house here. They'll leave it with him. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Jennings. Keeps looking downfield. Makes a connection. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 14.
They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll keep it on the ground, off right tackle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself,
there he goes. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Dances away. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
And the last couple weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run it from the gun. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to pass, it's Whitaker. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's going to take off. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Tigers! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. That might be the proverbial 4th quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Gives it on the option. What a a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Draw play, quarterback keeper. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
All right, let's get it. Break.
Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. The give as they work on that clock. Turning it on. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Grab behind the line. It's Green. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Pocket breaking down. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Just drives it between the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change. Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Now on the move. Finding open areas. Speeding down the left side. At the 30. At the 20. Oh, they're not get free. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Great job by the defense, forcing a fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Power football with the run. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of the season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.